The main thing, the main importance of the TLF is, first of all, let's take a look regarding on this. Okay. TLFS. So TLFS, or you can call TLGS. So both are same only. Tables, listings, and figures, or tables, listings, and graphs. Figures or graphs, both are same only. Okay, done. So in the TLFS, what the TLFS will do? If you do the SDTM conversion, so automatically what happens, SDTM datasets will get created. If you do the ADAM conversions, so then automatically ADAM datasets will be get created, right? SDTM and SDTM and ADAM datasets will be get created. So now what we are going to do, some companies will follow the traditional method, like SDTM they will take account to the sponsor requirement. So they will just perform the TLFS. So that means they will take the SDTM datasets as an input for the TLFS, not the raw datasets. So raw datasets only specially meant for the SDTM conversion. And okay, in this way, SDTM datasets they are going to take, and they are going to get the SAP table. SAP means Statistical Analysis Plan. It's a document where all the different types of techniques, approaches, every kind of information which relates to the table, which will be specified in the SAP. But the senior most people who are just working in the company, like biostatisticians or senior programmers, so what they are going to do exactly, so they will go with the SAP specifications. So now the SAP is different, SAP specifications is different. What is the difference between this one, that one? SAP specifications. With the support of SAP, they will create the SAP specifications. Without the SAP, they cannot provide the SAP specifications. If the SAP specifications are not prepared, so automatically you cannot develop a report. It is not possible. So that means there will not be no report over here. If no specification, if the specification properly done, automatically you can generate the report. So the report can be divided. It can be divided into two categories. The report, which can be divided into two categories. Number one, ISS. And number two, ISE, you are going to call ISC. What do you mean by ISS? ISS is nothing but integrated summary safety. And the next one is that integrated summary efficacy, you are going to call. Integrated summary safety, integrated summary efficacy, you are going to call. So these all the two different types are there. One is integrated summary safety and integrated summary efficacy. What do you mean by safety and what do you mean by efficacy? Efficacy, especially, you will implement some statistical scenarios to find out the effectiveness of the drug, to know the overall result of the drug, to know the outcome of the information, to know the outcome of the report. So that means efficacy, especially by using the statistics, you can just come to know the probability. So you can come to know the effectiveness. So that is the reason, so compulsory for the efficacy reports, they are going to produce the statistics compulsory. For the safety reporting, they are not going to implement much statistics. A basic descriptive statistics they are going to implement. But just to remember, and you can just put an underline in your mind that if any safety reports which has been generated, basically they will ask you to define the column percentage, or they're going to ask you to define the row percentage. So this is very, very important. And another is a percentage unit. They're going to ask you to define it. So this is the common scenario where we are going to produce for the safety tables. Column percentage, row percentage, and percentages where we are going to define for the summary safety tables. So this is the overall scenario. ISS and ISC documents you are going to call, ISS and ISC reports you are going to call. But this reports has to be with these reports which comes from the SAP specification. If the SAP specifications will be designed by the SAP, and SAP, without SAP you cannot do anything. It's not possible. Okay. Then apart from that, if you, even though if you have the documents, because in the SAP the complete information you are going to have it. I'm going to show you that. Just minimize it and just open this and just double click on it. Now what I'm trying to do now, now if I just come down to the SAP, if I just click on the SAP now, this is the SAP. This is not a perfect SAP. Okay. So let us assume this is an SAP which relates to the asthma statistical analysis plan. It's near about some 42 pages are there. If I just scroll the bar, you're going to have some theoretical information and a safety and efficacy, all the different types of information you're going to have it. The point is that you need to observe carefully, you need to understand the rules and regulations, terms and conditions, everything you need to understand. Okay. Now, and if I just go and scroll the bar, so you're going to have the tables. We'll just go with another table. It's not in a perfect way. Okay, let's take a sample. Part 1 and part 2. Just scroll the bar. In this way, you're going to have it. Introduction, study objectives, study design, study population, study drug and dosing details, dosing schedules, sample size, analysis population, or protocol population, endpoints, and etc. SOPs, and these are the list of abbreviations. AE stands for adverse events, CRF stands for case report form, OD stands for Oculus Dictor, and OS, etc., 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 etc. These are all the things as an abbreviation format which was there. Now, if I just scroll the bar, the introduction parts which comes around, and this is the overall scenario. And if I just go to the SAP TLGS, now you're going to have the TLGS, and in this there are lots of summary tables, and there is a lots of, what do you say, that you're going to have the listings also, you're going to have it. So in this way you're going to have it. Now let's take a simple example of this. Let's make it a clear idea on this. Now, so this is one type of template. In this template, if you observe carefully, summary of populations is there. They were asking populations, safety population, efficacy population, or intent to treat population, or completer week 24, or complete study 20, like complete study. And they are asking to go with the different types of doses like placebo, low dose, and high dose, and etc. And they're expecting some total. That's what I told you. Percentages, row percentages, column percentages. So now they are going to define in the same pattern, and you need to generate a particular summary table in this way. For along with this summary table, they are providing some specifications over here. How these specifications was designed with the support of an SAP. Now this is one table, and if I just scroll the bar, this is another table, template 2. And again, if I just scroll the bar, this is another table, template 3. And again, if I just scroll the bar, this is a template 4, template 5, template 6. In the same way, there are lots of templates are there, and also you can just see different types of percentages are there, and this is an efficacy based. I already said that when the efficacy is come across, the compulsory you need to apply some statistics like p-values, you need to define like ANOVA, or multi-regressions, regression, etc., etc., etc. You are going to apply some statistical terms. Sometimes, as a programmer, you may not get this kind of efficacy report. Sometimes you need to work with the efficacy reports also. For example, the point is that when you're just working with the efficacy tables, they will provide, the biostatisticians provides this kind of specifications to you. They're asking to provide go through with the ANOVA model, and you just learn this ANOVA model and try to apply on this particular variable and try to generate a particular report. Once the data set is created, you capture the separate values, not all the values, you just capture the cumulative intervals, just find out. P-values you find out, median also you find out, and try to store in a separate data set, so that by taking those particular data set values, I can generate a proc ANOVA procedure where I can generate some P-values calculations. I can do it. So this is an overall scenario where that's only a simple thing, that it's a safety or efficacy where we are going to deal it. And also this is a completed scissor, and in this one also the same thing, statistics will come around. Okay. Now in this way, you're going to have all the different types of templates are there. So these are the somewhat powerful templates and very complex templates. So how? Whenever a template which has been shown in front of you, every particular programmer, they will think in such a way that, how can I write the code for this one? How should I write? What type of technique should I apply? What type of logic to be applied to generate this kind of table? Generally, obviously, every person will get the same strategy, how to generate a quick code to generate this kind of table. The important point is that table, once you just go through with that, the only important thing is that you need to look out the variables. Is there any percentage calculations are there, or it's a safety or efficacy? If safety is there, any calculations are there, or any new variables as defined. So everything you need to check it out, and you need to estimate the timing exactly. This is one thing. And that timing will come around when you go with the practice. More number of tables if you practice, that things you are going to get it. You can estimate the time. Second thing, by estimating the time, you can easily come across that what type of table it is exactly. It's a simple table, it's a medium table, it's a complex table, and it's a very complex also will be there. So that means there are 4 types of categories are there: simple, medium, complex, and very complex. Sometimes 3 only they will take it up. Simple means daily near about some 3 to 4 tables you can generate easily, happily you can generate. The only thing is that the code will be same pattern only. You need to change the variables. Automatically you need to run the code. That's it. That means code modification. One time if you develop one table, one code, the same code you can take and you can just do the modification, and automatically you can just run the program. But simple tables are quite easy. If you just come to the medium, maybe one day, one table it will be generated. That means that much of time it has to be taken to generate the report. And for complex, 1 week, near about some 2 to 3 days it will take for the complex tables. But whereas a very complex table, 1 week, only one table, not more than that you cannot generate. So in that way, the segmentation which comes around exactly. So in this way, you are going to have it. And one of the important point, another point you need to remember. So that whenever a particular template which has been given to you, okay, just hold a second. Sorry. So template is there. So whenever a particular template which has been given to you, template 12, and the title which has been specified to you. And if you just scroll the bar, then the bottom you're going to have some kind of node specifications also will be there. Okay. If you just come down over here, this is another one. It's also safety. They're expecting on the cardiac disorders, infections and infestations, and nervous system disorders, and the note also which has been given to you, and the percentage calculations. So this is one type of table generation exactly. So now one more important point to be remembered. Sometimes whenever you are generating a particular summary table, this every time the columns will be changed, this will not be changed. Remember, mind you once again, this will not be changed. Every time the columns will be changed in this particular pattern. If it is 13, 13.1, 13.1.1, 14, 14.1, 14.1.1. So that means there are some kind of few templates. Compulsory you need to follow this strategy only. Again, if you just go to another template, then automatically these variables will be changed. Then this one also will be changed. Sometimes this will be changed, this will not be changed. It will be same only. It will not be changed. Sometimes the both will be changed, but this is a rare situation. If you do it for the row level based, columns will be constant. If you do for the column level based, row level will be a constant one. So in such a way, you need to develop the code so that you can just modify the code. One time if you develop one particular table, the remaining tables also will be the same pattern. Now look at this. Same thing. There's no difference. But the note indications are different. Scroll the bar again. This is another strategy. This is another strategy. This is another strategy. This is another strategy. 18, 19, table 20, table 21, table 22. In the 7, there are a lot of tables are there, total overall. To generate this kind of tables, nearly it will take near about some 1 month to 45 days it will take for you to generate all the disk table. But if you are very experienced, you can complete it within 15 days. Easily you can complete 15 to 20 days, you can just complete all the tables. But the point is that the logical codings are very, very important. How, when I'm just writing the code, you need to observe very carefully that, okay, this is a template, chalo. Oh, some descriptive statistics which has been get applied, done. Then in that change from baseline, again there is another descriptive statistics which has been get applied. Okay, if you just scroll the bar over here, okay, in this way. If you just scroll the bar over here, now in this way, preferred organ class, preferred term is there. Then again in this one also n percentage and events, n percentage events, total is there, total is there. In the total again you are just asking the n percentage and events. So this is a way, like in a hierarchy based you are going to call, this is the one. In the reporting you are going to do some across, you are going to have it across. While using the proc report, you are going to use an across to form the hierarchy based. So this is the way where we need to generate a table structures exactly. After fulfilling all the particular tables, now you will get the values in this way. Look at this. So this is one table. This is another table. This is another table. This is the exact table 14.14-1.03, and this is a title. Then again scroll the bar. Then this is the specifications exactly. Source, from where you are getting the source exactly, the source. Clearly they are mentioning exactly. See, source of programs and TLFs, ADS, ADAM analysis datasets, 14.SAS. If you just run this code, automatically the datasets will be get created. You will take the dataset and you will input for this table generation. So in this way, you need to develop the reports exactly. These are tables. So these are all the different types of tables are there. Approximately for you, this one to generate this kind of table structure, for you it will take near about some 3 months it will take for this one to generate the entire tables, complete tables to generate this. So this is the overall scenario where you are going to have it. So but we need to have the logics first of all, because table generation you can do it. Once you get an idea, you can go on doing it. It's not a problem. The point is that the logics is very, very important over here. Okay. Now, anyway. Now, one more important point to be get remembered. If I just shown any kind of template to you, okay, the template and also the title, this template and titles and everything, which will be clearly specified in the project document with the name called table transition sheet. A table transition sheet which enables to the users to identify what type of table I'm going to generate and what type of table name I need to specify. Everything will be specified over here. The table number, the TLFS name, ADS used and status and remark and updated, and the transition tables accepted by the team lead, assumption made on the tables. So this is very, very important. To track the ADS creation, a table creation, we maintain a spreadsheet which will use the updated information about the status of ADS and TLFS. ADAM datasets and TLFS, everything you can just come to know. So that is a important thing over here, and these all the things is very, very important now. Okay, well, another important point. Okay, so first of all, there is a listings are there, and there is a listings are there, and there is a listings, and another is summary tables. Summary tables are there. If you wanted to generate a summary table, what if you want to generate a summary table? So there is a raw data sets are there. There is a SDTM data sets are there. Okay, or SDTM or ADAM data sets are there. Okay, watch carefully. Don't get confused. Remember, raw data is to create the SDTM data sets or ADAM data sets. So to create the SDTM data sets, okay, or it may be ADAM data sets, not ADAM. To create the SDTM data sets, the input data sets will be raw data sets. To create the ADAM data sets, your input data sets will be SDTM data sets. To create the SDTM or ADAM, that depends upon the company, you are going to generate the listings. That means to create the listings, our input data set will be ADAM or SDTM. To create the summary tables, our input data set is listing data set. Not the raw data set, not the SDTM data set. Mind you once again. Here I just said that only SDTM data sets only. It's a clear-cut explanation. To create the SDTM data sets, the input data sets will be raw data sets. ADAM data sets, input data sets will be SDTM data sets. Listing input data sets will be sometimes SDTM or ADAM. And summary tables input data set will be listing data set only. Remember. So that is the reason whenever you are producing any summary table, make sure that additional variables should be added in the listing only, not to be applied over here. So that while generating a listing table, in that table only a new column should be get added, so that that data set you can take and you can apply directly in the summary table. I think you understood. In the listing, extra variables also you need to add over here. You need to add extra variables also you need to add. Extra variables also compulsory you need to add the listings. So once you add the extra variables, now finally now what happened, your summary table will be input for the listing. So that means summary table will take the input data set was listing, like SDTM or ADAM it will be taking place. Remember the point. So in this way, where you are going to have the complete scenario, this is the overall scenario to create the TLFS. And one more thing, another important point. These all the rules and regulations are very, very important. Now, we understood that to generate the listings, our input data will be SDTM or ADAM data sets. To generate the summary tables, our input data set will be listings only. For every summary table, there will be a support listing. For every summary table, there will be a support listing. For every summary table, there will be a support listing. Don't forget. 3 times I repeated. Next one. Now, whenever you are generating a particular table, or it may be a listing, remember direct variables are standard variables will not be there. Direct are but standard variables. Direct or standard variables will not be there. Remember this. Direct or standard variables will not be there. For example, okay. Now observe carefully. System organ class is there. Preferred term is there. Actually, it's a what AE term. Preferred term. Placebo is there. low dose is there. Okay, xanomeline high dose is there. So that means if you observe carefully, there is no SDTM standard variable names over here. Any table you take, the table name will not have, okay, we'll just go up. Look at this. Population is there, placebo, low dose, high dose, and total is there. If you just scroll the bar, completion status is a reason for early termination. That means in the label format is there, not in a variable format. So that means whenever you are generating a table, identifying the variables are very, very important. Now age is there, sex is there, origin is there. And in that there are different types of terms are there, okay? Because that will be taken place in one particular variable only. One variable is dividing into three groups exactly. Placebo, low dose and high dose. You have been divided. So these variables are there. Age is there, sex is there and origin is there. But actually what happened now? Age should be in the capital letter as per the SDTM standard. Number one. Number two. Age bracket Y is there. Now you tell me, is it in the label format or it is in the variable format? It is in the variable format, not label format, not the variable format. And here also it's a small letters are there. Here also it is small letters are there. So in the same way, each and every table, if you take site ID is there. Okay, site ID is there. And there is no dash over here. Pool ID is there. And again, if you just scroll the bar, and if you just take another table, if you just take another table, if you just scroll the bar, now look at this. Screened is there, number of subjects is there, value is there, safety population, PP population, enrolled, screen failure, screen, number of subjects, which is displaying in this particular pattern. Now again you just scroll the bar. Completed the study, discontinued the study, reasons for discontinuation, age. In the age only there are different types again, parameter wise. Gender is there. Okay, again if you just scroll the bar. So in the same way, if you just observe carefully, any variable you take, that variable will not be in the variable format. It will be in the label format only, like in the same, in this particular pattern you are going to have it. Now look at this. So by which you need to generate the reports on that. That's very, very important. Site ID and subject ID. Subject ID will be there. What it will be there? And subject ID will be named as some subject and SUBJ ID. So then again that SUBJ ID you should take. While generating the report, SUBJ ID should be changed to subject ID you should change. So in this way you need to declare all the particular strategies completely, totally. So that is a way of generating the tables and listings. Till here is this clear or any doubt? Everybody. Hello?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. Right. Good. Tables is very, very easy and very interesting. Please go through with some procedures, proc report. Okay. Some procedures are there, proc tablet, proc report, proc print, etc. Some procedures are there, transpose and etc. So try to look off the procedures compulsory to go with the TLFs. Otherwise, it's not possible to complete. I will give you the logics to you. Self-development should be done by yourself only. Nobody cannot help you out. So I'll just help you out. Max, I'll try my level best to give you a good concepts to you on TLFs, logical techniques to you. According to that, you can just do it. You can do it the practice. You can do the practice by yourself. So that's it. This is a only simple class because I wanted to kickstart the class today. Then tomorrow onwards, we'll see at least two tables. Two listing tables I'm going to complete tomorrow. Only two listing tables. Two listing tables I'm going to complete. That is the SDTM based and ADAM based. Both I'm going to complete, so that you will get a clarity idea how to generate the listings exactly. So then after that, we'll go to another domain. The next day, we'll go to another domain. Is this clear, everybody? Right?
Yeah, and Praveen, are you sending the Atom code to us too, like last time said?
If you're discussing about the ADAM, what we'll do after once the TLF is completed, we'll set 2 to 3 days. No problem at all. No worries. And anything is there, we'll sort it out. I'm not going to, because say you just come up with a lot of trust and lot of expectations and everything. The interview questions, everything I'm going to provide to you, whatever you want, the documents and everything I'm going to provide to you. Just go through the practice and everything. Interview questions also an extreme model which has been there, by which you can just practice, and all the different companies oriented is their interview questions. If you practice that will be good enough. And Adam also, maximum I'll try my level best to give you best outputs to you. TLFS means 100% I'm going to give the surety. But Adam means every time the logics will be changed, that nobody cannot do anything. But ADTT is very, very important when you go with the interview pointer mode. That I will try my level best to complete the ADTT also. So once the TLF is come, TLF is at least it will take near about 1 week. 1 week it will take, easily it will take 1 week. So once we completed the TLFS, our main portion will be completed. 90% to 95% portion will be get completed. So 2 to 3 days if you just spend, Adams also will be get completed.
Okay.
Fine. Okay. Chalo. Right. Bye everybody. Take care.
Bye, sir.
Amit, can you just I'll send you the link. Can you connect one more time?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.